What's going on, everyone? Ryan Meeks, your Valley Realtor. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the top 10 activities that you can do here in the East Valley that are little to no cost. And the reason I'm doing this is I just got back from Fargo, North Dakota with my son. We had a hockey tournament up there. He did anyways. I don't play much hockey. But let me tell you, the sun was not out at all. It was so just depressing being there. It is always nice to get back to Arizona. I absolutely love it here. And everything just costs so much money. I mean, food, every time we ate out, it was at least like 20 to 30 bucks. And I get when you guys are coming down here, you want to find like low cost or even free activities. So here they are, the top 10 things to do in the East Valley, little to no cost. So the first thing I'd recommend doing is taking a trip to the Salt River. Now the Salt River, in case you're not familiar with it, is fed by 4 different reservoirs: Saguaro Lake, Canyon Lake, Apache Lake, and Roosevelt Lake, and those actually start from tributaries up in the White Mountains. Now the dams are open, feeding the lower Salt River from May through the end of October. Here the water is clean enough to play in, and you'll see a lot of people setting up canopies, bringing enough food to enjoy the entire day, even in the blazing summer heat. Now it costs about $12 to park here, but you can get an America the Beautiful pass if you have a 4th grader, and that will get you parked for free. I do have a link to that below. If you have a 4th grader, you can go ahead and fill that out, print it out, and put it on your dash. Now, if you're looking for a centrally located hike that's easy enough for the entire family, you should check out Hole in the Rock at Papago Park. This is a unique sandstone formation that was named in 1892 when Charles Poston visited and discovered it. And the reason it's called Hole in the Rock is, well, because it's just that. Located just north of Tempe, near the Phoenix Zoo and adjacent to the Phoenix Botanical Gardens, Hole in the Rock, it's only a 10-minute hike to a hole which is eroded completely through the mountain. Now there is evidence that the Hohokam used and recorded the sunlight that came through the openings to mark the seasons. While being very popular, it can be dangerous, so make sure to keep an eye on your little ones as you reach the actual hole. There are also 4 other very easy trails that the family can hike within this park, with elevation changes reaching only 50 feet. Bring your fishing poles if you want to add to the excitement, as there's 3 ponds that cover 6 acres from 7 to 11 feet deep. These lakes are stocked with a variety of fish, including bass, trout, catfish, and the not so exciting fish I seem to catch every single time: bluegill and sunfish. Parking here is free, so don't worry about paying anything to check in. Speaking of parks, did you know the city of Phoenix has over 180 parks just within Phoenix? Now, if I were visiting with kids, I would venture out from Phoenix. I'd go over to the East Valley to the Eastmark Great Park. This park has everything from futuristic playground structures to a skate park. You don't need to show you're a resident unless you're trying to get into the pool or recreation center. And in the back of the community, there is a killer disc golf park if you're into that as well. Now, another free park that is pretty large and a little bit different is located in the town of Gilbert, and it's a 100-acre riparian preserve on the north end of town. The preserve has 7 different ponds and was created in 1999 to actually recharge wastewater into irrigation and non-potable uses. What does that mean? Well, that means it's not drinking water, so don't put a straw in it. But it's used for anything other than that. Since its creation back in 1999, it's recharged 30.2 billion gallons of water. That's right, billion. Now, besides creating an ecosystem for marine life, birds, and other animals, the riparian preserve also features a pretty cool cactus garden, which is great for professional family photos, but I'm sure if you show up with your camera phone, you can probably get some great pictures that are worthy enough to be hung up on your wall. Now, one last park I would check out in Gilbert is Gilbert Regional Park. There's some pickleball courts, volleyball, basketball courts, and some crazy playground structures here. There's a cement slide that has even been the focus of a few different lawsuits after some parents and even a grandparent were injured on it. So come try it out and tell me what you think. Should they take this away or should they keep it for the kids? Another free event to take advantage of is Museum Free Days. Now, the exact dates of all the free entry might differ, so make sure you check out the links below to my website and other sites to get an idea of which ones are free on the days that you are visiting. An iconic Phoenix location that we love visiting is the Heritage District in Phoenix. It's also called Heritage Square. The crown jewel of the area is the Rawson House Museum, which is a restored 1895 Victorian home. Area is definitely worth taking a look at. If you plan on taking a walking tour of the area, there are 10 different landmarks which actually have websites, web links, and they have audio tours. So bring your headphones or turn up your phone very loud. Now, if you feel like having lunch, you should definitely check out Pizzeria Bianco, but be sure to check in early as there's usually about a 2-hour wait during the busier times, sometimes even a 3-hour wait. That place is very popular, and it was even featured on a Netflix documentary.
You're going to look at pizza differently after hanging out with Chris Bianco. Chris is the Coltrane of pizza. This guy remade the game.
If you're looking for something to do in Scottsdale, Arizona. Now, there are 8 different districts to visit in downtown Scottsdale, but I recommend, if you're going with kids, to visit the Scottsdale Civic Center with the family. There's 21 acres of lawns, gardens, and public art. There's even some great art installations, like this love sign my kids took a picture at. This one's hanging on my desk and was just printed out for me for Valentine's Day. Beyond this area, it's always fun to walk around to the west in Old Town Scottsdale, take in the Old West culture. There's plenty of places you can shop for snacks as well as little knickknacks, and one of my favorite stores I enjoy going to is a place called Baseballism. Downtown Scottsdale is a pretty friendly place, and you'll find a lot of friendly people here. Later on, if you want to get dinner, there are plenty of places to visit. Now, there's a 30-acre park on the border of Scottsdale and Paradise Valley that has a train and a carousel that are fully functional. That is the McCormick-Stillman Railroad Park. Kids absolutely love this place and they go bananas over it. This land was donated to the city of Scottsdale and opened back in 1975. It's pretty popular, getting about 1 million visitors every year. Tickets are only $3 a piece for either the carousel or the train, so you're not going to break the bank. And beyond that, there are a few playground structures the kids can play on, as well as a historical railroad car museum, which costs nothing. Another fun feature is the Wild West Town, which is right next to the playground structures, where kids can act like outlaws, bandits, or sheriffs, even get put into the jail. Now, if you can get your hands, or I should say feet, on a bicycle, there are plenty of spots to ride in the greater Phoenix area, especially here in the East Valley. There are plenty of mountain trails for those more experienced, like the ones at Santan Mountain Regional Park. Or for the laid-back scenic ride, there's the Scottsdale Greenbelt, which runs from McCormick Ranch on the north end all the way down to the south at Tempe Beach Park, near the Tempe Center for Arts. Now, for all the bike trails, check out the link below for a complete map within the valley. Now, another hike that's absolutely amazing and has free parking in North Scottsdale, north of the McDowell Mountains, is Tom's Thumb. It's actually not named after Tom Thumb of English folklore, but it was named after Tom Cruiser, who was a local hiker and was the first to hike to the landmark.
Can we do that with the other hand? That was kind of awkward.
Now, once you arrive at this huge boulder, Tom's Thumb, you can really grasp the idea of how small we actually are in this huge world. Or at least that's the way I felt. I wouldn't recommend this hike with small kids, however, it is about a medium-rated hike. Not too crazy, but not as easy as Papago Park. Now, when you're done hiking here, you can explore the new build homes to the north that are going between $2 and $3 million down in Story Rock, or the Sereno Canyon community by Toll Brothers. So there you have it. There are 10 things you can do here in the East Valley if you guys are looking to save a little bit of money. I hope this was helpful. And if you guys are looking to make the move, feel free to reach out. I am a real estate agent serving the entire valley. Make sure to subscribe, click that notification bell, like this video, share it with your friends, send it to everybody you know, and we'll see you on the next one.